From Yorkshire, England, here is a women's super featherweight champion of the world, Terry Belter Harp.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
You couldn't even squeeze through to your seat. This is that.
These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. We're trying to relax a little bit now. Fight a little differently. Good counter punching. Swing and a miss with the jab. Punch, counter punch. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Catch and shoot. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Jab does not score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talking about Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, this fight is not going to plan for her. She's got to figure something out. You wonder if her trainer is going to give her some advice here.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Yeah, but that was a great round. You're fighting smart, you're staying ahead. She's into the fight. You are much better than this girl. You're much better. You're focused, do what you're doing. You're already doing great, just keep it going.
There's the bell for round two. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The greatest female perhaps of all time is in trouble of going down. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Good counter punch. This fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing and stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
A perfect counter shot. These punches coming from every angle. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. That one will count. That counter shot lands. Good counter shot by her. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, let's see what the corner has to say. She needs some sort of inspiration, a different game plan, something to turn this thing around.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, girl, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen.
And there's the bell for round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
A flat for the fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
A perfect counter lands. Nice counter shot. Swing and a miss with that hook. Power punches galore. Well done with that counter shot. Do not throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, the corner can't be happy with the way things are going for her right now. Here we go to the 4th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nope, that jab not going to score. Nice defense on that jab. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Trying to land that jab. She wasn't ready for that counter. That jab doesn't find a home. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. There's a counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talking about Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
I don't want to remind focus.
There's the bell to start round 5. That last round was a debacle. Let's see if she can get things righted here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Which fighter will say no mas? So much for boxing. This is a fight. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He got clipped by that counter. Just misses with that jab. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, let's see what the corner has to say. She needs some sort of inspiration, a different game. There's the bell to start round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Counter shot. We wanted action, and they are delivering. She catches and counters. Good one. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Nice counter punch right up the middle. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. It has not been going well for her, and you can see the corner is starting to get a little more. There's the bell to start round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
keeper in some serious trouble here. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot by her. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Neither fighter willing to slow down. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talking about Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, this fight is not going to plan for her. She's got to figure something out. You wonder if... And we enter the 8th round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
No rest for the weary. Every time they throw a shot, they get counters. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And down goes Katie Taylor. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Even I've got to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your ball.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fight.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Talking about Katie Taylor in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round. And there's the bell for round 9. She got dropped in the last round. Let's see how she does here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Tough to be a judge of this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
that left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two...
This is the 10th. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
She misses with the jab. Beautiful counter punch. They exchange punches. She can't find a home for that jab. She scores with that counter. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Oh no, Katie Taylor hurt. Katie Taylor in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Leaves the knockout.
This is the 11th we've entered the championship rounds. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Incredible work rate. Those counter punches have to hurt. Are we about to see Katie Taylor knocked out? How did they not go down?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes up to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Punch. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. The greatest female perhaps of all time is in trouble of going down. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
Shot from the...
1, 2, 3, 4. Can you continue?
They're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Katie Taylor in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown is going to be. We just saw. Who thought we would have made it to 12? Well, the corner can do whatever they want to try and motivate their fighter to get back into this, but it all boils down to her, Johnny. Does she have the heart, the will, the desire, the strength to turn this around?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Punch doubled her over. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
She got clipped by that counter. Oh no, Katie Taylor hurt. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. A lot of effort being exerted here. You know the scorecards are going to... I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
A shot from the gods took her out.
Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the fight, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.
Yeah, the hate, the grind, the sweat, the blood, the time, my motivation. I work too hard, too long, and not be in the conversation.